Okay, so let's continue. In this video, we're going to go ahead now and work on the hands and work on the lower body here. So it's going to be fairly easy, fairly nice little review from the blockout base meshes and Dynamesh. So let's just go ahead and get started. First things first, we do what we always do. We append a sphere in and go to the bottom of the subtools to collect that sphere. We'll go ahead and hit W key to go through the process of rearranging the sphere into a certain spot. And from here, I'm going to go ahead and just take my time to kind of make this. This is going to be like a cute little mitten hand because he is, after all, a little mushroom guy. So we're going to make something like that. Let's go into solo mode so we can see things a little easier. And I might even work a little bit more just experimenting. After this point, I'm hoping a lot of people had some fun with experimenting before in the last video with some fun looking little piece right here. Just a fun little flap. And then feel free to make any final editing adjustments of the piece, like so. I'm going to hit F twice so I can kind of give myself a little bit more of a you can just make whatever shape you want. I'm going to go ahead and duplicate, or not duplicate the subtool, but duplicate the mesh, just so I can have something that is just a little bit easier, like a kind of opposable thumb. And then from here, I'm going to go ahead and duplicate that subtool. Now, from this point on, I can go ahead and make this a little bit bigger. I can make this a little thinner. Probably bring it up to here a little bit. And then I'm just going to go through the process of Dynameshing, just kind of combine this all up into one mesh. So let's just go through geometry, and this is just real basic stuff, beginner stuff. Alright, let's see if we can project and see if we can get something. I don't like project that way. Let's just crank up the resolution. Whoops, turn off that project. Yeah, something like that. And we'll just go ahead and bring Solo back off again, and now just bring this guy in here. Let's turn that, just temporarily turn that subtool off. Like so. It's kind of like a little claw. Just using the just sort of bringing it in like so. Working my shape in. Maybe even do something with a bend arc. Just to kind of experiment with things are at. And this is kind of like with the hat. You just gotta take your time, find your mesh. Find your shape. And definitely go through the whole fun process of, just having a little bit of a blast. Just simply just relaxing and taking just flushing out the shape as best as you can. So let's see if we can avoid it cutting in a little bit there. All right. So let's go ahead now, repeat the whole process for the other guy as well, the second piece. So let's just we're gonna see these two pieces here. Let's go ahead and hit Control W so we can turn them both into a polygroup. That way, if I need to mask one of them, I can kind of just go through that and just isolate, select, mask, and to work on the other one. So let's go ahead and mirror this one over. Deformation, mirror, shouldn't have any subtools. And let's recenter, pivot point that back. And let's kind of bring it out a little bit, kind of like we did before. Because what we're going to do is this guy's going to hold himself a staff. So let's give him a staff. So now I'm going to isolate, select, and I'm just going to kind of move this guy in here. I'm not too worried about the whole intersection into the sleeve. Just doing kind of one thing at a time right now. I think we can do it just fine there. Let's Dynamesh this in. Let's go into solo mode and geometry. Oh, we'll try it again with a little bit more resolution. All right, there we go. I'm not, we can go higher resolution and fix all this by going up to resolution slider here, but if the staff is going right through it and you're never going to really see it, it's not worth doing the time for a first time beginner. Let's go ahead then and bring this back on. Make sure the visibility of our off. All right. So this is all just sort of a finagling process to get it all looking right. We're just going to kind of plant a little twig staff in there. Make sure it kind of angles out a little bit. Okay. So we're getting that taken care of. One of the last things we'll do is we'll just go ahead and kind of give the indication that there are some pants on this guy. So like for example, one way we can do that is just going through solo. Yeah, let's just kind of bring it to yay high. In fact, let's give it a couple of subdivisions and try that again. Whoops. Hold control, kind of bring it down like that, and then just, like we did before with the shirt and everything else. This is all like very basic. Now, bear in mind, there are a lot of ways to do this, like how I'm creating this fold. Like one way is to turn this mask into polygroups and do group loops, polish the group loops, and just kind of clean it up that way for a nice clean look where you can isolate, select between the two areas. This is a very, very simple model, so it's not like necessary for that. But it's just sort of helpful to know, like, that you have multiple choices in all of this when going about. Let's just go ahead and bring it through here like so. Now again, we can go through the whole process of sculpting, like some very subtle and small wrinkles. I wouldn't ever go stylized, and I always prefer in stylized to do things that are, how shall I say, very subtle, minimalistic and limited. It's not necessarily a hard line rule about stylized, but it's just a good way to start off things with. And if we want, we can create a trim for these pants as well by holding down Control and selecting your stroke to be holding down Control, going into the mask menu and selecting your stroke for a curve to be this. Let's go ahead and try that again with higher resolutions, just to sort of give us a hint that this is, you know, like, hey, this is a trim. And then you know, you can check out the other side here too. This is kind of like one of those things of you're do at your own cost, because it's not going to really be seen too much on here, but you can do the back. And then we just kind of go through, kind of let's go through the move brush, bring the guy in. Oh, I'm sorry, not out, but in, just to give it sort of like a an illusion appearance that, you know, this has got trims just like the jacket does to help us out. Same thing over here. Just something real simple. Something real easy. And then we just kind of solo bring this guy out like so. Your choice if you want to put a zipper on there. If you do want to put like maybe a quick little zipper, one quick trick you can always use is like brush and then go into like slash. Let's see, where would the slash be on here? Come on, Stu. Give me slash. And usually /2 is what I go with, high focal shift. And you know, you can kind of melt a zipper into all of that as well. Ideally with this, if you do go the route of a zipper in any way, you can kind of, I would hit the, how will I put it, the lazy mouse, the L key for it, and that would help a lot. I kind of wanted to do this without the zipper though, just to kind of give you a little bit more of a blank canvas to work with, something, you know, like make sure we're smoothing this on a fair resolution level. Make sure we get a good amount of smooth. Just something very subtle. You know, something like that. But like I said, feel free to experiment in this as much as you want. You know, you can do a whole bunch of things. You can do like this and something like this. This is, like I said, your character. So it's kind of up to you on where you want to take it. You know. Kind of like it just sort of like a boxer's sort of scenario. I was thinking of actually putting a little bit of a checker boxers on him, but we'll see how it goes from there. So from there we got the hands, we got the legs and the feet all taken care of. So what we're going to work on is a little bit of a staff, and then after that we'll finish off with our platform. So with that said, stick around and stay tuned.